What's up everyone? Hope you're doing well today. My name is Qasim and today I want to talk to you all about Apple's brand new Magsafe battery pack. Now we're going to cover everything about this battery pack, but before we begin, check the timestamps in the description down below so you guys can jump to your desired section of the video. Now first and foremost, I want to talk about the strength of the magnets. The magnets in this battery pack are really strong. They don't easily slide off. Like, I don't see this coming off in your pocket whatsoever. I tested this by strapping my Mini and Pro and holding the battery pack while I was carrying the weight of both of the phones, and it stayed put. So if it can stay put there, it will stay put in your pocket. This happened with the Apple Magsafe wallet when it came out. Everybody was like, the magnets are not strong. I don't know. I just don't see this coming off in my pockets whatsoever. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the milliamps. So you probably saw the headline, you probably saw the titles on YouTube. Those are great to get you to click in and read the article and whatnot, but you can't judge this battery pack with its milliamps. You have to judge it by the voltage. This runs at twice the voltage of the iPhone 12 battery. So essentially, in theory, we should be measuring this with watt hours, which is the right way. And if you look at it in that sense, this has almost more than all of the iPhones except for the 12 Pro Max. So essentially, guys, this should be able to charge the 12 Pro and the 12 and the 12 mini to a full charge. But due to the fact that wireless charging is inefficient, there's lots of energy lost in the entire process. Because of that, it's not able to do so. And this brings me to the battery test. I tested this with my Mini and my 12 Pro. So now with my 12 Pro had 31% of a charge, and the Magsafe battery pack was fully charged. I slapped it on there, and in 30 minutes, I was able to get from 31 to 49%. Then at the 1 hour mark into charging, I was able to reach 67%. And then I checked an hour and a half later, and it was at 80%. And then a full 2 hours later, the battery pack itself was at only 5% of a charge, and the iPhone 12 Pro's battery was at 90%. So in about 2 hours, it was able to go from 31% to 90%. Now, the charging speeds for the Mini were a lot faster due to the fact that it's a smaller battery, so it's going to fill up faster. So I started with the Mini at 27%. In just 30 minutes, it was already at 50%. Then in another 30 minutes at the 1 hour mark, it was already at 70%. Then at the hour and a half mark, it was at 85%. And at the 2 hour mark, it was at 95%, with still a little bit of juice left in the Magsafe battery pack. Now guys, I want to move on to a couple things I noticed which are really beneficial. So some of the plus sides of this actual battery pack. So while I was charging, my phone did not heat up, neither the 12 Pro and neither the 12 mini. They both stayed relatively cool due to the fact that this is charging at a lower wattage. Now, when you do plug this in to a power source, you can plug in the battery pack and it'll charge the iPhone along with it, or you can charge the iPhone and it'll charge the battery pack. So this is the first battery pack to actually do reverse charging with the iPhones. Now, I'm sure you've heard at some point about all the other power banks that are available. They'll magnetically attach to your phone. They'll charge it. They have triple, quadruple amounts of milliamps. They're half the cost, etc., etc. Let me just take you guys on a trip as to how this thing actually works and how this is actually beneficial as opposed to one of those. So what happens is that when you put this battery pack on your iPhone, it's working with the software and your iPhone understands that there's a battery pack on here. Your iPhone doesn't consider this as a charging source. So your iPhone continues to run in an efficient manner. That's why when this is on here, it's not heating up like crazy as opposed to when you go and plug it in. Try this out at home. Buy one of these, try it out for yourself, and you'll see exactly what I mean. So this is working with the software. This is what makes this battery pack MagSafe compatible. When you go out and buy the Anker's a great company. I have nothing against them. Matter of fact, I would rather buy a traditional power bank from them and charge via cable as opposed to their magnetic one. Because what's going to happen when you slap one of those other magnetic battery packs onto your iPhone's back, it's going to consider it as a charging source. Your software isn't going to recognize that this is a MagSafe battery pack. It's just going to think that it's being plugged in. So now it's running full throttle, which is going to generate heat, which is going to be detrimental to the health of your battery. So there's a little bit as to how this works. Now, whether you like this or whether you still want to go out and buy another battery pack, that is totally up to you. But it is definitely worth mentioning and worth understanding exactly how this accessory works better with your iPhone. Now, for those of you wondering, I know you guys are probably like, hey, does this work on the MagSafe charger? No, it does not. I tried putting it on my Magsafe Duo. These magnets are made to snap on. And so if you just put it on the Magsafe charger, both of those are trying to snap onto something and they're just repelling each other. Now, another cool thing is that if you have this just laying around, you can wirelessly charge your AirPods or your AirPods Pro. For the AirPods, you'll need the wireless charging case. The AirPods Pro, you can just do it right out of the box. So if you've got a pair and you want to charge them with this, you'll definitely be able to do so. Another thing I like is the fact that this size and design actually impressed me quite a bit, because when I saw the photos, it looked pretty beefy. Now this brings me to design, which I saved for this part of the video because I wanted to knock out all the important things first for all of you. Now the design, I really like it. The only thing that I would change about this design is just offer me a black one or maybe some more colors. We got so many different colors of silicone cases, leather cases, etc. It would have been nice. Like, I have the black leather case, and I'm telling you, if I had the option to buy this in black, I would do it for sure, because I think that would just look sick. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be wraps available by D brand for this pretty soon. So that is probably something that I'm going to be checking out for sure. Now, in terms of the actual side that snaps onto your phone, it's like if you guys have used the actual silicone cases from Apple, it feels exactly like that. It's very soft and smooth to the touch. Over here, you've got a white plastic and the curves. The curves are really nice. When I did the Apple Wallet review, I mentioned in there that I really liked how the square design of the iPhone combined with the curved feel of the wallet, it just kind of filled this empty spot in your hand and just made it really, really comfortable to hold. That is the same thing I'm experiencing here. I love this, especially with the 12 mini. The 12 mini and this battery pack feel like a match made in heaven. I really like how it just snaps on there and it just fits so nicely. And the curved design just makes the mini that much more enjoyable. Now, also about the design, you're going to notice you've just got a little lightning port at the bottom to charge this with, and then this indicator light, which is orange when it's charging and green when it's charged. Other than that, like, to actually know the indication or level of the charge of this battery pack, you've got to check in Control Center, and you've got to have iOS 14.7 for it to work. If you guys noticed all the shots I did of my battery tests, that was also for a reason, because my mini is actually on beta software 15. So on the mini, it just shows as like a cable with like a little charge circle. So it doesn't actually show the battery pack. To get those MagSafe animations and indication levels, you need to be on 14.7, which is already rolled out. Now, last but not least, would I recommend this to you all or not? I personally love this battery pack. I have no problem with its price. I have no problem with its slower charging speeds. Like I mentioned earlier, this is the only MagSafe compatible battery pack. This is why you guys haven't seen me test out any other battery pack, because I don't even want to put them on my iPhone. They're not designed for it, and if companies eventually start making more actual MagSafe battery packs, then yes, I will take a look at them. But for now, this being my only option, my only complaint with this is just the color, but I love the white. It kind of looks like a iPod Classic, doesn't it? Without that obviously stainless steel back and whatnot. I had one of those and I loved it. So I love everything about this. I'm really happy with this, and I'd highly recommend that if you're looking for a battery pack that's gonna work, that's gonna do well with your iPhone, this is the right choice. I can see myself using this with the Mini more often, simply just having it with me. It's thin enough to fit into any pocket, any bag, any car, somewhere in the car dash, you know what I mean? So I can stow it anywhere, keep it with me, slap it on here, let it slowly charge up my phone, and be just fine. With all that said, guys, I hope my insight has helped you today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below with any questions you might have or anything that you'd like to say. And wait, do a lot of you probably know what I say right here, right? Take care of yourselves. If you've made it this far into the video, why don't you drop in the comments, MagSafe battery pack rocks, so I know that you watched this all the way through. And I've ordered another one, so I might just give it to one of you. Take care, guys, and I will see you all in the next video.